I want to have a little conversation about trading. And I want to have a little conversation about expectations from trading. Because when I started trading, I did it because I wanted to invest the money that I made for my companies in a controlled way. But it took me 2.5 years of struggling, losing money, and feeling pain before I even went to become a break-even trader. And that took another half year until I became a profitable trader. And even to this date, even if I'm profitable long-term, whatever long-term means to you, but to me, it's 1.5 years. Even if I'm profitable in 1.5 years, I cannot know how my next week will be. I cannot know how my next trade will be. So it's a painless process to be a trader. And you need to know this. Even though you have a working strategy that makes you money consistently, you will never feel that you got it. At least not for me. I don't feel that I got it. It's a struggle. Every trade, I'm a little bit afraid. Every week, I'm a little bit afraid and excited, of course. But excitement is something that has been less of an ingredient lately for me because I have more or less detached a little bit from my outcome. And this is something I realized it's so important. You need to detach from the outcome of your trades. I hate losing money. I hate losing money. So for several years, my temperament, my mood went up and down. And I feel really sorry for my wife and my kids. Because if I had a bad day, I was up on the clouds. I was flying. And if I had bad days, you do not want to be around me. Trust me on this. And I think that you have felt exactly this. When I detach myself from my trades, they work a lot better. I have learned a couple of other things that I want to share with you that helped me become profitable. And that is, if you follow me on social media, you know that I'm highly recommending to only take one trade per day. And the reason for this is simple. I'm not going to go deep into this because I have a video up here that you can look at talking about why. But it's basically to prevent you from revenge trading, to prevent you from taking another trade when you're overconfident. You won the first one and you think that, yeah, I got it. It's so easy, just press buy and bank profits. And then they take back all the money you earned from the first trade and the circle continues. So one trade per day, that's fantastic. Try trading less. Also try focusing on one instrument. I mean, people talk about, yeah, it's so much volatility in gold or so much volatility in Bitcoin, yada, yada. Well, it all depends on how small your stop loss is. You can have, let's say that you have one instrument that moves 100 pips per day. Yeah, but if your stop loss is 1 pips, you will have a lot of volatility compared to your stop loss. So I don't know what people are talking about. And also, if you're making 5% per month, that's huge profits. Be happy with that. You might not pass a prop firm, or you pass a prop firm and then you end up being 5% per month. Then it's going to be fantastic for you in the long term. Don't go for that. You're thinking that you're going to double your account in a month or every month or whatever, because it's not going to happen. You're just going to have some luck, double your account, and then lose everything the month after. So take it slow. And another thing is, do not have trading as your only source of income, because the pressure on you will be too much. I've never had trading as my only source of income. I'm a business owner. I've had companies for over 24 years. I started my first company 24 years ago, and I've been pretty lucky with my companies. They have made more than $30 million US over the years, but I've had a really good financial situation, and I've been able to, that's why I started trading. I took the money to invest in a controlled way. But the more I started trading, the more I realized that it's not in a controlled way. We get all these tools and we think that we are in control. We have the indicators, the fancy trading view. We have meta traders, we have expert advisors where we can backtest everything. And I mean, we're just thinking that we are in control, but we are not. I remember when I first started trading and I realized that this psychological part about trading is the hardest part. And that was that I made all of these mistakes which if I didn't, I would have been more profitable. So I started creating robots because I'm a coder, I can program. So I started creating robots for MetaTrader 5. And the dream to have a fire and forget robot was, of course, the dream that everyone wants. Press play, bank money. That's it. Fantastic. We have a money printing machine. But in reality, it's not like that. But I learned that backtesting, which everyone is talking about, is useless. And I made a robot with a moving average crossover that took $100,000 in backtesting to, no, $10,000 in backtesting to $1.5 billion in 18 months. That's 1.5 years. And I was like, wow, what is this? What have I done? And I had a friend who also saw this. He said like, yeah, I want to invest. And he put in $10,000. I was like, no, hold your horses. I don't want to do this yet. I don't know. I'm new to this. When things look too good to be true, they often are. There is no holy grail. But it was good enough for me to at least try it out. So we did. We tried it out. I had my account. He had his account. And before his money came into the account, my account doubled the first week. And the next week it doubled again. And I was like, yeah, this is it. This is it. And he was so excited. He was so mad at IC Markets because IC Markets took a long time. The money went into the wrong account, yada, yada. And then his money came in and boom, we lost everything. Almost everything. It was crazy. And then I realized, and I started learning about backtesting. And backtesting is, you have something called, I can't remember the name now, but when you skew the numbers, you optimize the input parameters, which is built into MetaTrader. You can optimize parameters on historical data. So what you're actually doing is you're creating a robot that works perfectly, the best possible outcome on historical data. But the markets doesn't move like that. The markets change all the time. So when you then start it in the real market, you're losing the money because it's not as it was in the backtesting. So when I see people, and I have done backtesting on 10 years, on 20 years of data, and on 50 instruments, symbols, and taking 10,000 trades or 20,000 trades. And even though I do that, and I go into real market and I start losing money. So when I see people talk about their strategies on YouTube, say that, yeah, but you need to backtest. And you do it every Sunday, and they do 100 trades in the backtest. What the fuck, 100 trades? I'm making 20,000 trades, and even though I'm making 20,000 trades, it doesn't work. And this is another part that I want to talk about is trading is not picture perfect. You think that you enter a trade here, you have your take profit 3 times bigger than your stop loss, and your stop loss is down here. And of course, it sounds so good. You have a 3 times bigger target than stop loss. So you make 3 times more. But risk and reward goes hand in hand with win rate. Trust me on this one. You cannot go around this. So you have to choose, what do you like most? Winning often or winning a lot? Because if you win a lot, you will win less often. And if you win often, you will win less. What do you think is good for you? I like to win often. I hate losing. I hate losing. So in the trading strategy that I teach at FTMO Academy, we risk 1 to 1.5 to gain 1. So we risk the same or even a little more to win a certain amount of money. And this is because we get the win rate so much higher. And now I actually doubled an account by doing, I took one step back. This was just a test. I started an account with $100 just for the test. I don't like to trade on demo accounts because this has nothing to do with the emotions and reality. And I doubled the account. And what I did was, I did a 1-to-1 risk reward. And on pullbacks, I traded the other way. And it doubled the account in 7 trades. I was a little bit lucky because I lost 50% of the account back to initial balance and then a little more doing the exact same things. And I used Bollinger Bands to try this. And I mean, Bollinger Bands, I knew it didn't work, but I wanted to have it for the tests, because some people, I trade Bollinger Bands, this work is so good. Yeah, I don't think it does. I don't think any indicator works very good. I think it's about mathematical calculations. It's like, if the prices move down here, it's more likely to go up. So we have an edge. That's the edge that you need. And if you do it over and over again, you will make money in the long term. Sometimes it just blasts through your stop loss, absolutely. But most often we see that it goes like this. So going back to 1-to-1, entering on pullbacks, small 5-minute time frame, and I was able to double the account in 7 trades. That was $100 to $200, which is nothing. But imagine if you can do that consistently. If you could do that consistently, I mean, that's 100, 200, 400, 800, 1600, 3200, 6400, 12, blah, blah, blah. So, but that's not, you will never be able to do that. But it just shows that how easy trading can be. A coin toss, 50% chance of being heads or tail. It's the same with trading. You have either the price goes up or the price goes down. But if you have a small stop loss, it might go up if you have a buy position. But first it takes your stop loss, and it takes your stop loss again, next trade again, and again. So maybe you have lost 4 trades to take one winner of 3 times the loss, and you still end up losing money. But anyway, this is a long video. What I wanted to talk about is how hard it is with trading. It's like becoming a football player or becoming a professional football player like Zlatan or Messi or Ronaldo or whoever. Do you think they did that by chance after 3 months? People give up too early these days. I mean, I had my company. I sold my company 8 months ago, and that was my first real exit. That's really counted as an exit where I got a big bag of money. And it took me 18 years to reach that point. I mean, that's 18 years. Would you be interested to work 18 years before you get a couple of millions or a little more? I don't think so. People want it now, like this. It's the same with trading. You spend you take a course and you spend 5 minutes or 5 trades or 7 trades, and you give up because you lost them. Actually, I had a guy who wrote to me. He was so mad. He bought my course, FTMO Academy, and he has lost his account, he said. And I asked him, why? How many trades? How long did you practice? How many trades did you take? How many trades per day? 4 per day. Okay, he was old trading. And how many in total? 9. So he didn't even trade more than 2 days before he gave up. And he threatened me, and he was going to leak my course, blah, blah, blah. Why do you want to leak my course if it's bad for others? So he knows in the back of his head that he is the problem for his trading. I had another guy, he had been trading for 9 years. He was like, yeah, no, I was teaching him stuff because I put a lot of time into each and every student that I get into the course, because it's very important to me that they become profitable. And the reason he was not happy because he thought the expert advisor that comes with the course is a little slow. So he had a slow VPS or computer and didn't work out for him. I was sad for that, but I can't do much about it. Trading is not easy. If you want to start trading, be ready to put in the efforts. It's going to take a lot of time. It might take you years. I had one guy who texted me, who I have been helped a lot. I put a lot of time into helping the students that take my course, that buy my course. And he had been trading for 9 years. And everything I said, he had an answer to. And I was like, but why are you questioning everything I say to you if you have spent 9 years trading and you're still not profitable? The problem is then here, up in your head. You need to change. And like poker, you need to learn when to fold. Maybe trading is not for you. And trading is fantastic. You get the key to the vault. You go in, you make a trade, you take out money. You don't have to have a product to sell. You don't have to have employees. You don't have to deliver, logistics, nothing. You and the charts, and you take money or put in money. That's what I love about trading. I can do it on my own from wherever I am in the world. I'm going to wrap up the video here. It was just a little loose talk about trading, and I think that you will understand where I'm coming from and why I'm talking about this. But if you're new to trading and want to succeed in trading, please don't give up too early and do not jump between strategy to strategy. That will get you nowhere. It's like taking Zlatan. He's a football player now. He's really good at one thing. Why is he good at football? Because he's played only football. If we start to play ice hockey, which is another strategy, but still it's sports, like in trading, we have different strategies. Then he will not be good at ice hockey, and he starts to do golfing. He will not be good, just as good as golfing as he is in football. So stick to one strategy, trade less, one trade per day. It made absolutely fantastic results for me. And it might be the same for you. Yeah, that's it. That's what I want to talk about today. Have a nice one. Peace.